Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
Joe Rogan. He obviously signed this huge podcast deal with Spotify, so he'll be moving the Joe Rogan Experience from YouTube to Spotify, worth about 100 million US dollars apparently for a multi-year licensing deal. Yeah, and now the New York Times has done an article on him, and have a look at this. Joe Rogan is the new mainstream media. Do we agree with this, John?
Man, this is how crazy and weird the world is where the New York Times, they post an article and the title says Joe Rogan is the new mainstream media. Is he the mainstream media for millions of people around the world? I believe so. I believe that he is the mainstream media. Should he be the mainstream media? Completely not. You know what I mean? Definitely not. But a lot of people believe that what Joe Rogan says and the guests that he has on, and they follow that to a T. Joe Rogan says on his podcast, "Don't listen to me." He always says it. Don't listen to me. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm so dumb. Don't listen to what I have to say. And that's his kind of disclaimer for all the people that watch his podcast or listen to it. And it definitely shows you that he is not the new mainstream media. Even Joe Rogan will probably tell you that. But at the same time, he's treated as mainstream media, and but that's just for the idiots out there that follow celebrities and that are obsessed with celebrity culture. And that's what Joe Rogan is. He's a celebrity that has a big platform. And if you're following him and believing everything that he says, that's just an example of how naive you are. And Joe Rogan, big on him, man. He went from becoming a podcast in his room to $100 million exclusive deal with Spotify within what 11 year. I think within an 11-year span.
Yeah.
That, even in 10 years, that's incredible. Like, who does that? But yeah, who does that? And it's almost unbelievable.
Yeah, what do you think of this? He says there are a lot of holes that have been left by mainstream media. Is that true?
Mm, there's holes in everything. You could say that about there's holes in my McDonald's menu. You know what I mean? Like you could add like a hot dog on the McDonald's menu, man. You guys got a hole in there. And mainstream media, of course, it has holes. Everything has holes. You know what I mean? Like, fighting has holes. Like, that's what you're looking for, right? When you compete against another fighter, you're looking for their holes because they have them. Everything has holes. So him saying that is just like a broad statement. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Trying to find the quotes here, but he said something along the lines of the the Spotify deal seemed fake to him. Yeah, here we go. When I saw the news that the king of all podcasting, Joe Rogan, had inked a deal with Spotify for his wildly popular show, I texted to congratulate him on getting crazy rich. How rich? And Joe Rogan replied, weirdly richer, like it doesn't register, seems fake. For him, it's great, isn't it? Like, I don't begrudge Joe that. He's changing the game. He's a real pioneer in podcast game, and now this opens the door for other people, presumably. Even
Yeah, well, even us.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
we're
another
a long
10
way
years.
away.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
100 million
Well, at
years.
least Joe Rogan is 50 something years old, so that gives us a some kind of a chance, right? We're not near close to that age. So
Hopefully,
hopefully maybe in 10 years we'll be doing this, and we'll be on Spotify with a $200 million deal. But
yeah,
anyways, um yeah, he's been rich. So, like, being weirdly richer, it's like saying you're hungrier than yesterday. It's like it's the same feeling. Like, he was making what, 30 million a year off his podcast. If you're making 30 million a year and you're getting a one lump sum of 100 million, does it make a big of a difference? Like, of course, if you're buying like $100 million yacht or something like that, now you can do that. But Joe Rogan doesn't seem like the guy to be going around and spending his money in those luxuries. So I don't know. When rich people talk about being rich, I can't understand that because I'm not rich. Like, what can you say to that?